Hello everyone, I invite you to every Wednesday review of the leading cryptocurrencies. Let's start by checking the current situation on the BTC to USDT pair, taking into account the 4-hour time frame. As you can see, the upward trend line marked in yellow has been broken. And currently we can designate a local downward trend channel using blue lines. Going further, using the fib retracement tool, we will determine the supports that we should take into account when the price starts falling again. And here you can see how the support at the level of $39,024 kept the price from falling further. But if the support is broken, the next level is $36,280, and then around $32,831. Looking the other way, we can also use fib retracement to determine the resistances that should be taken into account. And here you can see that first we have resistance at the level of $45,469. Then the level around $45,000 is significant. And then the price must overcome the strong resistance zone from $46,726 to $49,000. Now please look at the RSI indicator because you can see that a small price increase was reflected in the indicator, which still has room for growth. However, the stock indicator shows that we are approaching the downward trend line, which may potentially cause the price to decline and drop again. Going further, we will check what the situation on ETH looks like also for a 4-hour interval. And here we will start by identifying with the yellow line, the local downtrend line under which the price is located. Now it is worth turning on the EMA cross 50 and 200 indicator, because you can see how the yellow 50 line is approaching the intersection of the blue EMA cross 200 line from above, which could confirm a strong downward trend and a new price correction. In such a situation, it is worth checking the support areas. And here you can see how strong support at the level of $2,210 has maintained the current price decline, but if the support is broken, the next support will be at the level of $2,073. Looking the other way, we can similarly determine resistance areas, and here we can see that the level around $2,377 will be important. And then we should take into account the very strong resistance zone from $2,601 to $2,719, which has so far kept the upward impulse before a larger move. When we look at the RSI indicator, we will see that we are fighting against a downward trend line, which is currently unable to break through. While on the stock indicator we remain below the downward trend line, but with room for the price to attempt an upward move. Third, we will check the ETC/USDT chart. Here we will start by identifying with the blue lines, the local downtrend channel where the price is struggling against the upper boundary of the channel. Further, when we unfold the fib retracement mesh, we will be able to determine the support zone from $23.74 to $21.36. When the zone is broken, the next support is at $18.33. Looking the other way, there is significant resistance at the level of $25.82. And further, we should consider the resistance zone from $30 to $32.49. When we look at the RSI indicator, we will see how the indicator crosses the downward trend line, which may result in further growth. While the stock indicator also has room for growth, but it can be seen that it is starting to slightly reverse. Lastly, let's consider the link chart in the USDT pair. Let's start by identifying the downward trend channel from which the price broke out at the bottom using the blue lines. However, here the exit from the channel could have resulted in a drop close to the height of the channel itself, which indicates a potential place for further declines. Locally, we can mark a downward trend line that keeps the price in a downward movement. After unfolding the fib retracement grid, you can see how the support at $13.91 kept the price from falling further. But if the price breaks below the current support, we still see a very strong support zone from $13.17 to $12.22. Looking the other way, we can also determine the resistance areas. And here there is resistance at $14.73. And when the price breaks out, it will have to face a strong resistance zone from $15.98 to $16.63 before moving towards the new ETH. Please look at the RSI indicator as there is still room for growth, but the indicator is starting to turn down again. However, on the stock indicator we are moving at the lower part of the range, but here too there is no energy for a stronger upward movement. Technical analysis is provided by a third party, and for informational purposes only. It does not reflect the views of CryptoDaily, nor is it intended to be used as legal, tax, investment, or financial advice.